because for the group, I do this every month, and every month there's new stuff. About a year and a half ago, I came up with this idea of doing a monthly What's New on LinkedIn and thought, it doesn't change that much. And then I laughed at myself and realized that it actually really does. And sometimes the way that it works is the stuff that's changing is really important and current and people need to know about it. And sometimes it's useless, but it always changes. And most often, let's face it, some of the changes matter to some of the people. So for today, since I don't have any non-group people that have registered, I'm just going to kind of go through the deep stuff, and hopefully the what's the word I'm looking for? Recording will keep going.
Okay.
So what's new? This is October of 2024. So far, there have been over 200 changes on LinkedIn this year. There have been 83 new features, 103 updates, 10 things that have gone away, and 3 things that have semi gone away. I do not focus on anything that happens with company pages unless I'm talking directly to Beth. I don't record on things that have been in Talent Search or Premium or Advertising or Sales Navigator. Feel free to ask questions if they come up or pop them in the chat. And I changed something this month. I do not report on things that have come and gone in the past month. There have been some things that they've taken away and then put back, like nobody needs to know what those are. Do you know what the badges are? Have you ever seen anybody with a gold top voice badge?
No.
Possibly have. Okay, that is something that somebody earns by commenting or adding to enough collaborative articles over the course of a year, of course of some amount of time. There is also a blue top voice badge that LinkedIn gives people that it thinks are really brilliant and are really adding value to the platform. The blue top voice badge people who have no idea how they got them and are really proud of them because LinkedIn just says, you're brilliant, we're giving this to you. I'm pissed about the gold badges because it's like somebody manages to earn that by just popping enough words into collaborative articles. And so LinkedIn has done away with the gold badges, which makes a lot of people happy. They were basically a vanity metric that was earned by throwing in a lot of words into various things. So we're glad of that, and they're gone, and they will eventually, I think, day before yesterday was the last day to earn them, and you keep them for 90 days. So in December, they're just going to go away. Did you hear about, I'm going to show you this in a screen share. So one thing that LinkedIn recently did was they changed a setting. They added something so that everything that you do can be added to collaborative AI. I don't know if you heard about this. I posted about it a few times. I had a hissy fit about it.
Oh, I did turn that off, that setting.
Okay. So I'm just going to go through this real quick then. I had a hissy fit because they decided that your content could be used without your permission to add to their AI. So how you turn that off is go over to your profile, scroll down to settings and privacy. From there, go to data privacy. And from the data privacy screen, make sure where it says data for generative AI improvement is off. Unless you are such a huge fan of AI that you want anything that you type to be added to that. This feature never got into the European Union because of the general data privacy regulations that they have had there since shortly before COVID. and they were pulled from the UK because enough people there had a hissy fit. I think hissy fit is the technical term. I'm not quite sure what the technical term is, but another new unfeature on LinkedIn, they don't care about hashtags anymore. So they're starting to get so that if you put a hashtag in a post, people can't follow the hashtag. If you are using hashtags, if you're in my group and you're using hashtags and you want to deeper dive into a conversation about this, I think they might still be valuable. This is particularly going out to Beth. So like, because girls have important things to say, I think a branded hashtag like that might be useful. I don't think there's a lot of love for other hashtags that are out there. So I wouldn't stress too much about hashtags. Another thing that is happening that has not happened yet, in November, there's a new user agreement coming out. When it comes out, I will go through it point by point. So kind of say, this is what y'all need to worry about. This is what you don't need to worry about. For anybody that I like and anybody in my group, if I actually see you physically running out and doing things that are against the user agreement, I will tell you. I don't want to see anybody that I know lose their LinkedIn because the user agreement. And the other new thing it's actually a new thing from last month, but I kept it in the notes for this month because I like it. If you're aware, you can do a scheduled post on LinkedIn. This isn't going up. Okay, so now I can schedule that, and I will schedule it for Saturday at 3 p.m. because, okay, so I'm scheduling that. Once I do that, I can go back over to this arrow anywhere, click on the little clock, look at view all scheduled posts. Once upon a time, you could only delete scheduled posts, but now if you want to, you can modify the schedule, post it now, or edit the post. They didn't used to let you do that. So you could we all know that sometimes we post things kind of on a very quick basis. And then later on go back and go, oh, I should have tagged so-and-so in that. And in the past, you would be able to redo the post, but not edit it. And now you can tag somebody. There. But I'm not going to do that. I am just going to discard the changes and discard this post. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Anytime they make things. And then the other thing that is sort of going on in the background, we think that LinkedIn is going to have soon a change in the way that videos are done, because we think they're going to create a native live video thing on LinkedIn that doesn't have to come through StreamYard or something. That's what we think, just based on some things we see changing. We're keeping our fingers crossed for that. I will continue to do this every month forever and ever. I am half expecting that between now and the end of the year, other than the user agreement, I don't expect we're going to have lots and lots of changes. And every single time I say that, they prove me wrong. But generally, tech companies tend to kind of lose steam towards the end of a year, mostly because people that tend to work in tech generally tend to be the kind of people that sort of ignore taking vacation time. And then the end of the year comes and then they're like, I'm going to use it or lose it. And then they all take off November and December.
That's right.
So my hunch is that won't happen. And that is about all I have for this month. I will be here again next month. And there are going to be a couple of nuances in the change of the scheduling that I will be posting, just because I'm going on a cruise in December.
Good.
Mm.
That sounds good, Mary.
My life's going to have to change. I'm going to stop the recording here and just talk to Catherine, but everybody else, any questions, pop them in the comments underneath this video or send me a message. Thank you so much. And
Cut.
as soon as I find the stop recording, every now and then it gets really weird. And there it is. Boom. And scene.